An awesome afternoon to everybody and welcome to Convo. Yay! My name is Jhaye. Actually one of the operations manager here, but right now I was asked to just host. That fast, right? I'm a host! Alright, so it's really fun here and you do crazy stuff. And speaking of crazy, I'm not calling you crazy, but I'm introducing one of the coolest, and I mean it, right? One of the coolest virtual managers here in Carve. So she loves to inform me on everything about anything under the sun, and then she shares things from her client, from the way she handles people, and then let us welcome Alexandra Victoria Enyeko, aka Alex. Let's give it up for Alex. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm actually nervous. Like you, I just got informed earlier.
Okay, go ahead.
I envy you. Yeah, I just got informed a few minutes ago, but yeah, let's do this.
Alright, let's do this. I'm kidding, really I'm nervous, but with this lovely audience here, keeps us really having fun right now. Okay. Lovely audience. Fine. Okay, so I mentioned earlier about virtual managers. So usually we list we hear about virtual assistants, virtual assistants. But now we call this virtual manager. Do you have any idea or something you could say about why we call it virtual manager? Any idea that you have in mind?
Personally, the meaning or the evolution of what we were called, I really think it all boils down to our responsibilities for our client's business. Like when you say you're an assistant, maybe you deliver about 15 to 20% of the success rate in your company and for your client. But when you say that you're a manager, you really have a bigger role. You're not just there to assist, you're really actually there to manage your client's business. I know a lot of virtual managers who do most of the stuff. I call them one-man or one-woman shows. One of them is in the audience actually. I just won't point out who, but whoever is not smiling, she's probably it.
Say, alright, so she's talking about me. Alright, go ahead, Estelle.
So yeah, apart from that, yes, aside from the responsibilities, you also get a different kind of interaction with your client. It's much more direct as opposed to having actually a middleman that manages you and your work in your client's business.
Wow, so I get that you have bigger responsibility and then you manage most of your clients' business on a higher level. So how long have you been in that kind of role?
Surprisingly, I never thought that I could, but for my current client or for ever?
Like this industry, this role and how you do it to some of the clients and
I've been in this industry about 2 years. Actually, when I first graduated, this is my first job actually.
First job.
Yeah, and it's really insane because at first you really have no idea what you're getting yourself into, because being a virtual manager there's not a cookie cutter virtual manager.
Cookie cutter.
Yeah, by that I mean there's no archetype. When you're a virtual manager, you can handle anything as long as your skill set can do it, or as long as you can push your abilities, then you're fit for it. If I say, for example, I'm a graphic designer, but I get assigned a accounting job, I can do that as long as I know I can pull it off.
Right.
So yeah,
there are a lot of roles that a virtual manager would go through. So do you think on the client's perspective that they need to train you with it, or does a virtual manager do the initiative in learning? You get what I mean?
In my experience, it's probably kind of both. I am in Carve. Shout out to Carve.
Hey. Carvers.
So, so my people support. Anyway, yeah. In my time at Carve, I've actually been under two bosses. And I've actually been under two different departments, and the experiences have been different for both. For the first client I had, shout out to Rody. If you're watching this, hey, haven't forgotten you, of course.
Hey, Rody.
He was actually very nurturing, and he tends to assist you in learning your duties. But with my current client, shout out to Taki, who's killing it over in LA. He's in an event. Hey boss, I do know that Tax is going through a lot of things. Not going through a lot of things. Sorry. Is handling a lot of things on his plate right now, and teaching me to do stuff might not be in his timeline. So what you kind of do is you have to roll with it. I have an awesome team too, so you can actually ask your teammates, or if not, if it's really the first time that you've ever done something or a new task perhaps, then it's really you who's gotta, pull it together, and make sure everything works.
Right. So, Right. So you've mentioned like something, good influence from your clients, and then your initiative and all that. So you have to go through a lot of activities, right? So when you say you're a virtual manager, then anything is possible. Anything is like you can do. You have to be ready, right? So I'd like to acknowledge some of the virtual managers we have in the audience. Raise your hands. All right. All right. They're awesome too. They're doing their job the same as Alex, and it's really, say hi to the camera, guys. Oh yeah. All right. So now that we know kind of what a virtual manager does, so I'm gonna ask you, what's the, your roles right here. You can be an accountant, you can be a graphic designer for your client, you can manage the people that will be assigned to you. But what I want to ask you is that what is your favorite role? Like the favorite thing that you want to do for your client, and that anytime you're asked to do it, you're passionate to do it.
Oh man,
is it it's kind of hard, okay? Let me make it easier. What's the best thing about your role?
At the moment, my role in Taki's team is actually I'm handling the content department. There used to be just me in the department, but now I actually got 4 people underneath me. So
Underneath you?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's 4 stubbies under the chair.
Ew. Come on. All right, go ahead. 4 people.
Yeah, so I'm handling 4 people under the content department, and I just have to say the best thing about my role is, as you said, Jay, a virtual manager can be anything, can do anything, as long as your skills, your potentials, and your passion permits it. I guess the best part of being a virtual manager is you actually get to know yourself better. You actually get asked to do stuff that you normally don't do. Like for example, I never saw myself as a person who's going to be handling people in our job. I've never ever dreamed that that opportunity would ever come to me. But I'm doing it now, and nobody really knows what they're doing when they're first trying to do it. It's kind of like you make it up as you go, but you make it up with your experience at the same time, the experiences of your managers around you as well. So yeah, that's the best part. Actually, 2 things. First, you get to do new stuff that shows you your potential, your skills, and second, it is, you just get experience as you go.
New stuff and then experience, and then new stuff and then experience. It's a cycle, isn't it?
It is.
Right. So, I've asked you about what's the best part of your role. So, I happen to know Alex from day one. Like, she literally walked into Carve, the old building, and then it was one of my first interviews, like first interviews and getting people into Carve. So, and then I asked her, you have to expect these things. These are the things that you'll be expecting, and amongst everything, and I asked her, what's so you'll be a VA, you'll be under a client, and then you learn. You have a two-day training and all that. And then you'll be appraised after 3 months, and then she said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry. What are appraisals?" Remember that? And I was like, okay, so it's very remarkable for me because she's really into doing stuff more than the reward or more than the things that she gets in return. And fast forward a year after and up till right now, she's looking after the best not just for her clients, but also the team underneath her. So anyway, so I can see there are changes. Most of the people say there's no career flow or career growth when you be in a virtual industry. So how can you rebut that, or how can you prove that there's growth within this business?
Gosh, that question, that is a very controversial side to this industry. One of the things that is different between a virtual assistant and a virtual manager is a virtual assistant never really is true. They never really grow. Normally, the typecast for a virtual assistant is you do the same thing over and over for the rest of your life until your client gives you up or the business gives up or etc. It's sad. However, with being a virtual manager, it actually empowers you to know that you are more than that. You're not going to be stuck there. In my case, it's really, really a great opportunity for me because Taki continually expands the team. Yeah, because your business is doing good when you constantly need to add new departments, add new structures, add structure even. It starts with a blob and then it just shapes itself up into geometric shapes that fit together. To rebut the idea of there's no growth, that's not true because actually coming in Taki's team, actually thought that I was going to be a virtual assistant forever, just handling tasks and handling tasks after tasks, projects, tasks. Yeah, exactly. But this actually proves that it's not true because eventually, when there's a need for expansion, then there's a need for people to be leveled up, to be skilled up. So the usual thing that happens in this industry is sometimes a client might opt to hire a new person for a new role, but what our team actually did was they took the old people. Sorry, not old people. Not old people. This is very controversial right now. I'm so sorry. I don't mean it like that. A bit. Yeah, but the experienced people. I forgot the term, but the more experienced people, they take them, raise them up, and then hire the new ones that's gonna be supporting that role. So now you have a little mini card house instead of a shapeless blob. So that's what happened with my team, and that's actually very progressive thinking if you think about it. So
as you can see it, for those clients who are looking for virtual assistants or people that will help them, really. She's already giving gems here, right? How to hire people, how train the experienced ones, and then hire new people underneath them. And now, if you were to give a tip to some of our friends over here, still thinking of, do I get a virtual manager or can I do it or something? What will be your tip? So that will be my last question for you. So, how would you encourage them to really get some help from people from across different miles and miles away, and why would they give their trust to them?
Right. So of course, if I'm gonna if you allow me to share some of my white hairs or my wisdom, white, yeah.
I have some. All right, go ahead.
Well, you have to remember that you're only one person. and you can never scale up if you're stuck on doing the things that you can actually delegate to people.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that you can do. There are actually, the things that you do can be classified. There are things that you're good at and you really want to do. There are things that you're good at but don't want to do, and there are things that you don't like to do, you don't know how to do them. So the last two, the things that you don't want to do and the things that you don't know how to do and you wouldn't want to do it, well, to expand some of the things that you actually need to carry out, it's a reality that you're going to be encountering those tasks or those kinds of projects. So if you want to maximize your potential, maximize your talent, and just make sure that you get to do what you really love, then you have to find that person that matches you, matches your company, and matches your flow, your vibe. You just take that person, get the skills that you need from them, and then put them in a role that you know that they would grow and they would love. You just hire the person who's perfect for you. You know they're perfect for you because, well, they match your vibe, they match your company, and their skill sets are a match to what you actually need. So that's the first thing. Second, with trust issues, well, you can't really, there's no clear way or advice for you to help, for me to share about how to trust people. It's just that you gotta, trust is a risk, and you just need to try it to know if it pays off. Third, don't be so scared. We're people like you too, and if you treat each other like
Equals.
close, professionally friendly in a professionally friendly way, then I think it's gonna go well for you.
Yeah. It went well for you, right?
Really
cool. So I know there you have it, Alexandra, Victoria, and Neko, or Alex. And then hope you got some awesome tips on how to have virtual work relationships. And this I am really serious that she's one of the coolest virtual managers here, as well as the audience. Yay! To give her time here. And so we're so happy right now. So this is Alex, and my name is Jhaye. So if you want to know more about this one, I mean, a lot of people here, there are a lot of virtual managers, as I mentioned. So why not check the next episode? So again, stay tuned, and thank you so much for your time. Cheers. Bye.